Is Frieren Beyond Journey's End the greatest anime of this season? Is it the greatest anime of all time? Recently, Frieren has just passed Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood as the highest rated anime of all time. I have to admit, I was sleeping on Frieren. This is a blind reaction, but it's starting to become unavoidable to see it online. So let's jump into the series. Is this a Yasobi opening? Sounds like a Yasobi opening. I believe they did Oshinoko, right? And as well as some other stuff. I think they just did a Pokemon thing recently.
They're celebrating the triumphant return of their heroes. I can feel the excitement from here.
What's this like lower crop? I know this is a Madhouse series, but do the faces not look weird? Maybe it's stylistic, but she's got some big ass ears, dude. I know she's not like a human race, obviously, but these are like some huge ears. They go from the back of her ponytail to her where your ear should be.
I would take any job they let me drink on.
Very priestly, sir.
So the priest is an alcoholic. Great start. That's how I want to open with every anime, is knowing that the guiding figure here loves alcohol.
Rumor has it that the king is going to erect statues of us in the plaza.
Rumor has it the king's going to what? He's going to do what to you in the plaza?
Well, I doubt they'll be able to capture the complexities of my good looks in a piece of stone. How I pity the poor sculptor.
This guy thinks he's hot shit, yet he's got a fucking bowl cut on his head. This is one of the worst bowl cuts I've ever seen. Old arm and head ass.
Tonight, the gallant adventurers drink for free.
Why do I get the inclination that this priest is hella corrupt? I get it's something about his vibe, man. It's just with the alcohol and now the like taking advantage of like free offerings. I get the feeling he's corrupt.
I'm not a corrupt priest.
Yeah, exactly what I was talking about. 100% what I was just saying.
Do you remember the time Heiter's bottle ache rendered him all but useless?
Not you drunk on the job.
We debated leaving you behind when you fell for that mimic, you know.
Why do I feel like this is a hentai waiting to happen? A venturing mage gets stuck in mimic? This must already exist.
I mean, look at Heiter. He's turned into an old man right before our eyes.
That's not nice.
He always looked like that.
Even less nice.
Drag him.
The era meteor shower happens once every 50 years. Our era of peace couldn't be welcomed in a more perfect way.
A meteor shower happening once every 50 years? The main character is an elf, right? Or like elven or some type of creature that lives probably for 10,000 years. Like, once every 50 years, it's gotta be a common occurrence. This can't be that special.
Beautiful.
The view from inside the city isn't very good.
I'm trying to have a moment here. Don't spoil the mood.
Okay, sassy with the bowl cut. He's gonna make me like him.
So it's a plan. 50 years from now.
So it is kind of like a common occurrence for her then. She's been doing this for a while. She a vet out here in these meteor showers. So is this gonna be like the last we see of those guys? Because it's Frieren Beyond Journey's End, right? So is she going on her 100-year journey by herself? Not the cabin out in the snow. Y'all remember the first episode of 2 Year Eternity? It's giving me those vibes. I heard getting stuck in a mimic again. You live for 10,000 years old and you're getting stuck in mimics still? I might have to quit. I can't be an adventurer with you. I can't travel with you. I can't be seen with you at the tavern.
You do see that it's exuding some sort of evil aura, don't you?
Yeah, you know, when things glow a dark purple and have like this purple aura to them, they're almost entirely always either an evil item or a highly, highly, highly corruptive magic item. Think of any magic anime you've ever watched, and has it ever been good when something has glowed like a dark purple? You took your hat off. Or your helmet.
You're ancient.
Must you be so blunt?
Oh, that's bowl cut. That's not even the helmet guy.
I realize you may not have thought much of leaving your ominous prize under my care. But in my eyes, this horn was a treasure entrusted to me by a dear friend for safekeeping.
In my eyes, I'm a tier 3 Twitch sub to you, and I had to hold on to your belongings ever since you left.
I had to keep it in perfect condition until I could return it to you.
Do we know this bird? Did this bird just yoink it from you?
You've grown rather dignified, Heiter.
As a bishop of the holy city must. I'd return the compliment, but change evades you.
How do you not look older than the bowl cut guy? Or I guess the bald guy now.
This brings back memories.
This is gonna turn into overpowered MC has to travel with 3 old men and carry the party on her back. Man, I can't wait till one of these 3 to get in the way because they're old and then have to sacrifice something just to save them. Yeah, the dwarf kind of nice with it. He pulled up with a stick and got to mopping.
I have lived my life. waiting for the day that we would be together once more.
My lord.
thank you.
This guy is a tier 3 Twitch subscriber, a Patreon subscriber, OnlyFans subscriber, follows her on Twitter, peeps the Reddit, downloads Frieren Daily, the news app.
It's solely because of you that this retired hero could have one final adventure.
Are you gonna die right here? He's gonna fucking die. Right here on the spot. He's fucking dead. Gone. I thought he was gonna be a deuterologist or whatever. How did the corrupt priest outlive you? Bull cut was gonna be my running gag throughout this entire show. He can't die in the first episode. Whenever they do like the muted scene in anime where it like cuts to something and then there's no sound, sometimes it's like a character whispering or sometimes it's just like a scene. That's the most important shit in the world. So I'm gonna remember that bell, or I'm at least gonna try to remember that bell because I'm sure it's gonna come back for something, or whatever she saw right before that bell.
10 years with him. Wasn't nearly enough time to learn.
I hope we're not supposed to feel sad because we entirely just met him. It's been not long enough for us to get attached to him that quickly.
Before I go, let me get a good look.
He just did the Gordon Ramsay bend over. You know what? Has any of you ever seen like Hell's Kitchen or Kitchen Nightmares or MasterChef or any of Gordon's shows where he like talks to someone? Whenever he talks to someone smaller than him, he always fucking bends over. It's the most disrespectful shit.
Likely be the last time that I see you.
Why, are you unwell?
My years of drinking had to catch up with me at some point.
Oh, good job, priest. And now you're gonna fucking die next. We're gonna leave this poor girl alone in this world because she's an elf and lives for 10 billion years. And all you humans are gonna fucking die on her.
You seem a bit lost, ma'am.
There's the token child character that travels with the hero.
The corrupt priest is slow to die.
Do I want to go for the low-hanging fruit of this priest has a small child in his house with him, taking care of him? The low-hanging fruit is there, and I'm trying to avoid it.
Why, thank you, kind lady.
This better be like his granddaughter or something.
She was orphaned by the wars in the southern lands.
Okay, basically a granddaughter.
You've done me much good, so I came here to repay my debts. I imagine your time is running low.
Hey, I know you're about to die soon, but is there anything I can do for you real quick just so I can feel like we're even?
In that case, I have a request. Might you take on an apprentice?
Are you gonna give her this small child?
She'd only get in my way.
Yeah, she's
We both
probably
know
powerful
how
as shit.
often
You know the child character is always either like an explosive burst mage that can like one-shot anything, but has to like take a nap after.
My fear has grown since we spoke on the matter. And even if immortality is out of my grasp, I'm not ready to go just yet. I'll take any more time that I can.
Damn, he really talked a big game, but he's afraid to die. I'm curious what your guys' stance on immortality is, because I don't think it's that great. Like, it's one thing if you're like immortal at the age of like 25, right? Like, you're young and you can still do all the things that you want, and you like immortality stay at that age. If you just keep getting older and older and older and you don't die, your quality at life at some point is just got to be the worst thing in the world, right? Because it already sucks after like 70, we'll say, or not sucks, but like it goes down extra mentally after 70. Can you imagine being like 250?
As a priest, I lack the knowledge to further her studies in magery.
All right, that should be fine.
How are you gonna end up taking her with you? I'm curious. This big ass staff she has.
He says I'm practically invisible.
She has stealth powers.
Once I'm able to blast a hole in that rock, I'll be a proper mage.
That's a...
So you just can't reach. So you're built like that. You just can't reach, huh? This little child is probably the most powerful thing in this world, just doesn't have the control yet. I see how we're power curving this.
Do you like magic?
I like it somewhat, I guess.
In that, we're alike.
So that was the first episode of Frieren. I feel like we got a lot of exposition. I'm going to be jumping into episode 2 in just a second. I want to see a training arc at some point too. I love training arcs and shows, especially in Magic, because I think it's really interesting how they power curve a lot of stuff. I'm sure at some point too we'll get some other characters to join the party, but Frieren seems pretty cool. If you're enjoying Frieren, also leave a comment, leave a like, let me know what your favorite parts of the show is and what you liked about episode 1. And with that, we'll be jumping into episode 2 now. Not gonna lie, this might just be an unskippable opening. I might have to listen to this every time I hear it. It's so good.
Success requires a combination of 3 key factors that are essential to all mages.
This is the training arc I was talking about. What a wholesome scene. I'm sure this won't be followed up with some tragedy that's about to happen at the end of this montage. Yeah, well, there's the tragedy. Throwing out his veggies too, that's insane. I like that Frieren was stuck in under some books instead of in a mimic. Is that just gonna be the theme recurring throughout all these montages?
In a short 4 years, she's learned more than most do in 10.
4 years? We cut ahead?
You know, Heiter, the odds this text contains anything pertaining to...
And he's gone. He's fucking dead.
You can wipe that look of pity off your face.
Oh, he's alive.
I will try to be quick with my work.
Thank you, my friend.
So it's gonna be one of those things where he like sees Frieren finally carry out his like life goal and then passes away.
He collapsed. Put your training on hold.
So she's a teenager now. Oh, he's gonna die right after he sees her put the hole through the boulder. Incoming tragic backstory.
Throwing away your life now would be an utter waste.
Okay, wow, I was not ready for that. They're just gonna casually have her jump off a cliff.
All of the precious memories we had made, they would vanish.
Okay, I don't actually think the priest is that corrupt. I think he's just not built to handle these type of situations and he needs help. He doesn't know what to do to like cope, and this is what he's chosen.
Master Heiter fears dying now more than ever, because it means I'll be alone.
Hey, he talked her down off the ledge though. He did that shit.
He's the reason I'm here, and I need him to know. I'll be all right when he's gone.
You want to talk about self-imposed burdens? Making sure that the person that cared for you knows that you are okay and like can carry out through life on your own. That's a heavy burden to carry on yourself until you get to that point. Explosion! Sorry, I couldn't resist.
But it wouldn't be incorrect to call her a proper mage.
Excellent. So she made it in time.
Oh, this is it.
It'll be hard for you to say she'll get in your way, now won't it?
He's got to hold her to it.
She has been ready to say goodbye to you for a long while.
Yeah, don't rob her of that moment. Oh no, she's sobbing in the next room.
A good guiding voice.
Oh, she did it.
Perhaps I'll listen as well.
It's not quite through the middle. We gotta work on some accuracy, but we got the distance.
Really can't thank you enough.
She's really pouring the alcohol out of him. That's so fitting.
So long, corrupt priest.
Rest in peace, Heidi. You'll be missed more than Bullcut. You had a little bit more exposition. I'd be the laziest piece of shit in the world, dude, if I had magical powers. I wouldn't go on like any cool expeditions or like fight off monsters and enemies and shit. I'd use it for like day-to-day chores. You gotta do the dishes, they're washing themselves. Put laundry in, toss that bitch in from the bedroom into the washing machine.
Come to think of it, there was an elven mage in the hero's party, wasn't there?
Is that the first time we see her staff? I don't know if that's I can't remember if that's the first time we've seen her staff, but she's got a pretty cool staff.
You have a spell that produces flowers, don't you?
Yes, indeed.
Is this Frieren's whole gimmick? Is that like her spells are all like people-pleasing spells? And she's like this powerful mage that could like strive for so much more, but instead she just likes doing these like simple little tasks and not having to save the world and shit.
Fern, let's go.
Do you take the squirrels?
Whatever it is, I won't be upset.
You just pocketed the squirrels.
I believe they're seed rats.
The rats?
I'll take them outside.
Nah, they were eating good inside. Now they're out in the wild. That's also how I wake up in the morning. And there's me again in the morning. I just might be Frieren. There's the mimic. We got the compilation again. That's the mimic pose. We're gonna get one of those every compilation.
Given her strength as a mage, she has the power to save whole cities of people.
That's literally what I was just talking about. I literally was just talking about how she has the potential to do all this shit and she's doing these like tiny people pleasing tasks. And I think they're for herself. I think she's right. She doesn't do it for the other person. I also really want to get an arc where Frieren and Fern kind of drift apart on ideals for a little bit and then have to reconnect. I think that'd be a cool arc.
Something that may not exist.
I think we might be hinting at that here.
And I see I've made you worry.
Not the head pats. She's adopting the priest as well.
Gross.
Damn. Is that a flower lay? Or are those the ones that go around your neck? What's the one when it's up on your head? Is it just a flower crown?
So they often forget where they hide their reserves.
You can fly? Why have you been walking? I'd be so lazy with magic, man.
Seems the chance arose.
What a beautiful shot that was.
You've ensured that time will never get the better of the statue again.
Wait a couple of years, it'll rust again. She was like, damn, I really gotta hide his bowl cut. And that was the first 2 episodes of Frieren. If you enjoyed these first 2 episodes, please let me know down in the comments below what your favorite moment was, as well as what other series I should potentially look into reacting to. I'm not watching a lot currently from the fall 2023 season, so any suggestions there would be greatly appreciated. Hopefully be doing some more Frieren reactions. I enjoyed the series a lot more than I thought I would. I'm not big on magic anime, but I do love a good Madhouse series, and it looks like it's going to be handled with care. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next week for episodes 3 and 4.